Hey folks, it's Glenn the Ball Chef. We're going to do something fun and exciting tonight. We're going to be grilling up some Mahi Mahi. I got a beautiful slice of Mahi Mahi. I'm going to bring in a couple of my best buds. We're going to put this thing together, have some fun. We're going to doll it up with a special relish of avocado and watermelon, jalapeno, kind of a fire and ice deal to lay over this Mahi Mahi. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. Stand by and watch how this thing goes. All right, this is my bud Ron. He's a big old 6'4", 6'5".
Somewhere there, depending on the day.
I don't know what it is, but he's got some culinary skills. He's going to show us how to make this fire and ice watermelon avocado blend. You show him the ingredients, Ron. Show him what we're going to do here. I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the three amigos. You saw two of the three. You're going to get Swiss Machine, Patrick Janser here in a minute, but this is a beautiful seedless watermelon. It's important that you go out to your garden or go to the grocery store if you're in the garden. Watch out for poison ivy. It's not very good. But at any rate, a nice Vidalia onion. You've got jalapeños, fresh off the garden, a couple of Hass avocados, some extra virgin olive oil, and a nice fresh lemon. We're going to use some of the zest from this lemon to get it done. Salt and pepper, very simple recipe. We're going to prep these ingredients for you and then get this to be a nice watermelon remoulade relish that's going to top the top of this lovely Mahi Mahi that we're going to produce for you. All right, so we're going to sharpen up your lovely cleaver. I prefer the cleaver because it's just a good, solid cutting utensil. Thing to do with the watermelon, you want to peel it or just cut it straight through. Base going. Chop that through. Oh, that's delicious. Look at that watermelon.
It's red.
Juicy pink, ready to go.
That's how we like our melons.
No gloves because this is home cooking. So you know, shouldn't anyone complain. A little chef knife. Give it the old center cut. Go. Park that away for now. Ow!
You ready for that?
All right. Don't forget to wash your hands, folks. So what were you doing before? You're doing what the bald chef was doing. Watch out for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Our bald chef is a commander champion. Of course, none of this is being transcribed, I hope. A little fine cutting on this. A little tighter. I think that's plenty of remoulade. What do you think, Glenn?
Yeah.
Still a little thick, no? How small do you want
That
the
looks good. That looks good.
Quarter inch. Watermelon's fairly malleable, so that's good.
All right, so we cut our Hass avocado in half. Take the old seed out of there. We'll disregard that over there. Take this other Hass avocado. Put that down the middle there. And seed out of that one. There goes. Boom. And my cutting on that. Make some nice little slices right down. Avocado like such. Make sure that your avocado, of course, is right. A hard avocado in this would be perfect, I assure you. Once we have all these nice cuts into our avocado, then we'll simply spoon this into our Alright, so this is the second part of the Three Musketeers. He's gonna do the simple by day onion cut. It's a simple Swiss technique that's been perfected over the years. Do you know what you're doing there, Patrick?
I'm not trying to remember. It's been a while. But that makes it kind of dull, man. Anyway, they made me do this. I didn't want to do it.
We wanted to make you cry, Patrick.
Yeah, well, cry on your shoulder later, but anyhow. This is how I do it usually. I try and cut my fingers,
You do a fine cut on that onion?
yeah. Slice it like that, slice it like that.
Little Swiss precision, huh?
I try every day.
Each piece needs to be proportioned properly to Swiss perfection. That's why I had you do the onion part. Yeah, if I did this big chunks of onion, it just wouldn't turn out right.
It's already watering my eyes.
Maybe you should put your sunglasses on.
Put some water on.
Put your sunglasses on, Patrick. Just put them on. It really helps. Put your sunglasses on, son.
Good.
Yeah,
Shall we do?
yeah. It'll keep your eyes from watering up.
Alright, how much onion you want in your hat? That's all we
That's
get.
it. That's a good serving, right?
This is good.
You're gonna put that in right into the right into our bowl there.
Okay.
So the onions. Now we do the jalapos and the other spices. And I think I'll have I don't know. Let Ram get into the jalapenos.
Alright.
He's a little better chopper.
I used to try.
Oh, it's an important thing. Wash the jalapenos.
It's a nice.
I got my cleaver. So sharp, ready to go. A good way to save on food cost is actually cut them straight through without taking the edge off. You may follow either technique, it doesn't matter. But this one has a little more waste, as you can tell. This one, a little less waste. So, longitudinal cuts. Chop the jalapeno fine, because you don't want too many big chunks in there. They're lined up. I apologize for those of you who have good knife skills. Those who don't, protect your fingers. They are important for, oh, that's a hot jalapeno, I can feel it.
Those Bravo.
Woo, I can feel that jalapeno.
In your eyes.
Not in my throat. I can clear my throat.
I can smell it.
Folks, if you're
You
not
want
a
to
big
double down? You want to double down this jalapeno?
double down. Let's make
it
it exciting.
spicy. Put some hair on your chest, yeah. The whole thing's going in. The bowl chef says, if it ain't hot, it ain't on spot.
So easy.
Yeah, that's what he
I don't want
says.
to get away.
But watch your fingers, because they're an important part of your anatomy. Things like,
You still have to
skill,
yes,
lucky. Yeah. We got 10 of them, so if you lose one, it's not a big deal.
Pretty fine job, dude. You've done
Well,
this
this
before.
a couple of times, 30 years or so. I'm still young, I'm only 29. I came out with a meat flavor in hand. That's what the Chinese chef said that my mother. There you go.
And where do those go?
They go right on top of this from there up nicely. We're gonna do the whole thing. Clean out the board, get all the seeds. You want this board goodness. And careful not to run your fingers on here. Nice.
Scout.
All right, so we're gonna make a little dressing for this beautiful remoulade that's coming up. You've got fresh lemons. Patrick's gonna pass me those lemons so he can center them just right on this juicer. Two things the juicer does, it makes juice, and of course it keeps the seeds out, so that's critical. We're probably gonna keep this lemon zest, and with the lemon zest, we want to scrape some of that off into this beautiful dressing that's coming. I'll give it a little added je ne sais quoi. That's right. Here comes the juice. Next. And we're done and done. Patrick, you're doing a stellar job. Just see Patrick.
Where's that little grind in?
The grater. We shall do the grater in a minute, but what's critical here is to mix up the salad. You may use a
You don't want to put some
one-handed
oil in
technique.
or you don't want to do
Some
that?
oil, put some olive oil, extra virgin, imported from Italy. Go Patrick, let's do it. I will do the double-handed scoop now.
About an eighth of a cup will do.
Maybe that's good. A little black pepper, how about some black pepper?
Pepper.
Yeah, some of that.
Go ahead.
So the same side.
Yeah, there you go.
So you got about a
Little touch
tablespoon
of
of
salt.
salt. Doll it up with some pepper.
Be careful putting too much salt because that will dehydrate the watermelon and your right, so fresh lemon zest will add some real character to this because what fresh lemon zest does, it also uses up everything. The thing that bothers me about lemons and oranges is we waste all the good stuff.
That's where the best part is.
That is the good stuff. Aromatic, full of good essential oils, very good for your skin. All right, folks, so we got this beautiful remoulade ready to go now and marinate in the refrigerator for a few, or as the lovely ball chef calls it, the ice box. That's what they used back when time had started. And look at this gorgeous remoulade, it's ready to go.
All right, so we got a beautiful specimen of fresh Mahi Mahi. And it's simple here. We're gonna season this as we go.
Where do you catch that fish anyway?
I caught it in my backyard.
Where today?
A little bit of salt, not much, not too little, a little pepper, and of course, some olive oil on this, just a smidge, and we're gonna double down with some butter when we get this on the grill. There's so much flavor in the relish that we're gonna be putting on this fish. It doesn't need a heavy seasoning. Mahi Mahi is very flavorful fish. It's one of my favorites. Alright, so we're going to take this Mahi Mahi onto the grill. Put this right up there like that. Skin side down. Close this. Put this for a minute and come back. Definitely don't want to overcook the fish, that's for sure. So what we're going to do, we did most of the cooking, skin side down. I'm going to put a little butter on here. It's coming off here.
Blow on it. You good at that?
Blow on there, just get this stuff on.
I should have brought some garlic butter. I have some
Looking good. The mild fish.
from the highest tier. Garlic butter.
Yeah. I'm just gonna spread this down here. Butter, brown this off real nice. Go in for the big flip.
Okay, chef, here we go. Yeah, these were the three amigos coming. With a little,
Risky.
yeah, just put a little more of the butter on there, and then they go right under the skin. Loosen it up, breaks. See, the ball chef is the camera maestro. Oh, chef, they're already coming off the skin.
All right, now we got this Mahi Mahi all grilled off. We're gonna hit it with some of this incredibly flavorful avocado, watermelon, relish, everything you could dream about, and more. All right, there it is. Now we'll just double down with a little bit of cilantro over this. Oh yeah, baby. This will bring out everything that you'd ever dream about. All right, so how was that Mahi Mahi, Ram?
Glenn, I must confess it made me feel like a fish. Delicious. Actually improved my swimming skills, and then we pair that with a delicious cherry Smirnoff doused with a little bit of jalapeños and watermelon. It infuses that right feel for it, and I would recommend it. Whether you're a pro or a newbie like me, you'll be good.
Fire department's on the way. We burned the fish. Patrick, how did it taste?
Good. I'm just waiting for the cops to pull up because I guess they smelled the
All right, there you go. There's two.
the fish tastes great, and it's gonna be a fun night as you can see.
Come on.
All right, folks, it's Glenn the Ball Chef, and I just finished off this Mahi Mahi recipe with this avocado, watermelon, relish, a little fire and ice, spice,
see how this tastes now.
Folks, give this one a try. You'll never go wrong with it. One of the best I've tasted. Thanks for watching, and as always, bon appetit.